back in Arran, just making my way through these trees to get to this one, the mushroom. When I first saw pictures of this, just thought it looked great. Basically, just the tall, the lateral bands, just with kind of the mossy, greeny, and also the red, just trees growing out the top of it. Made it look prehistoric, and yeah, really liked it. I'm going to start off with the Fern Bloc, good for doing some warm-ups on. And looking at the top out here, it looks challenging. Basically, it's sloping, there's leaves on it, moss, so it looks very tricky, and no holds basically, so I decided to just have to go for it, get my weight over the lip by anyway. So just slap my body on top and kind of try and find a bit of friction, and just slowly bring a leg up, and once the leg's up I feel pretty good, plus a little slip there. Yes, that was a challenging one, just a new type of top out, sloping, tricky one. And so this Arête here, it's a V3, but I struggle on it. The first move there was, it's kind of got a big first move, and this is like overhanging maybe 15 degrees roughly, and so that's, yeah, quite a big move. So I decided to break it down, bump from my right, bump from my left, just try and go up in smaller chunks, which made it a bit easier. But now the tricky part is what to do next for my right hand. So that's a good hold, but it's way too high up, and kind of intermediate holds aren't so good. My camera cut out there, ran out of battery, so I had to switch to a backup camera that's like super zoomed in, so I had to stick this one far away. So bump right, bump left, left again, and so now it's just where to put my right hand next. So I tried to, my plan is find a better foot position just to bring some weight off of my right hand so it can free up to move higher, but that hold's not so good, and just kind of at the point it's like quite a wide span because of the overhang. You know, having to keep my body close into the wall takes a lot of energy, so using a heel would help, keep my body in, but again it's just where to go with that right hand. So bump, bump, now just try and go for it. I think couldn't work out method with the heel hook, and that's again just way too high, or it's too high basically for a V3. I think I'm definitely missing something. I don't know, maybe as an intermediate I'm missing how to bump my right up, and yes. At this point I just left it and moved on. It was getting too tough and tiring. And so onto this one, a V3 called Escape the Beasties on the mushroom. So it's going up to about 7 meters. Because of the zoomed in camera, this is kind of the second half of the climb. First part's pretty simple. Well, it's actually a very simple climb all the way up. Just with these big bands, it's pretty much juggy all the way up, and a lot easier compared to the V3 I was just trying, that the one on the Arête. Yeah, this is just kind of simple climbing. V3 might be generous, I don't know. But yeah, this is quite good. It's just dangling here on these things, these bands that you just think might snap at any point. But they feel solid, I guess, but it's just like this one sticking right out and just put my foot on it's a bit, makes you pause being about 6 meters up there at that point. And that's pretty much me. And I didn't top out this one because it was covered in a huge amount of moss, trees, and it's still a little bit wet up top, so I don't think it was worth risking a slippy top out. And the next one is pretty similar start, just to the right. It's called Shroom Doom, 7A, V6. But at least the start part, just like the one previously there, big bands for your feet, so you can just hands, not as many options for the hands, but still ones you do get are pretty good. So kind of up to this point is, you know, very simple climbing, easy. And so kind of for it to be a V6, I think crux has to be later or further up. And so this is my first try, so just try to work out a sequence, working out where to go roughly. And so aim is roughly to go, I think, pretty much in the right spot here, but the next move is a big one. I think where my left hand is now, that's where I need to launch from and do a big move, dead point out right, quite a big span. And so just get myself in position here, kind of about to eye it up, and yeah, it looks very far, so I decided to come down. Getting a bit tired at this point, and the pad was too far away to make like a safe attempt. Like, that's how far I had to jump to get onto it. So that is the point I have to go to, and here's how high up I am, probably about 5 meters, or maybe 4.5, 5 meters up at this point. And so this is the move here, and this is the point I need to go to. And so yeah, it's like it seems like a near wingspan move, close enough, and just being so high, yeah, it's pretty, yeah, I would definitely call it scary then. It's a scary move to do. And yeah, I ended up thinking about to go, but decided not to. But then I jumped back on thinking, right, I just have to give it at least one go. And so yeah, climb back up, get into the same position, and even though it is, you know, a bit scary, I just have to go for it, give it one attempt, see how it goes. And I miss. And the sound of me landing was not on a pad, I actually missed it, which actually felt fine. Landed in somewhat soft mud, so that absorbed the landing. Felt pretty good until a couple of days later, just in my knee, just in certain positions it feels as though a ligament has been a little bit damaged. It's, you know, a little bit sore in certain positions, so yeah, not so good. But it was tricky to actually work out where to put that pad, just because there's a big range of where I could actually fall, kind of the start of the move, the middle of the move, or the end of the move with a swing. So yeah, bit of a bad pad placement there, but otherwise, yeah, seems like a very nice climb. Definitely come back with more pads and people, spotters, and yeah, that was my trip for Arran. Really enjoyed it, and I'll definitely be back here in the summer.